Oh dang. I gave a full-blown intro and I was on mute the whole time. Now I'm recording. All right, now we're good. Are we good, ladies and gentlemen? You should be able to hear me right now. Let me know if you can hear me. Alrighty. How's everybody doing? New day. Oh, how's everybody doing? I lost some brain cells last night in last night's conversation. It was also really late. Definitely we'll have an improvement with how we spend our time, because I was definitely not expecting that. But anyways, today we're gonna be talking about the school system. Nice little stream today. Nice little short stream, short and sweet to the point. We're gonna start with our daily dose of Joe. You guys know what it is every time. And then I had some David Crowder. I think it's his name, right? Steven Crowder, not David Crowder. Steven Crowder. And somebody sent me his videos. I haven't watched them, but they're kind of long, so I don't know if I'll react to a super long video like that. But let's see what updates we got on Twitter here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got bookmarked. Oh, you guys are in for a treat on this one. All right, transgender clinic shuts down because it's not safe for kids. Take that off. Okay. And now we have RFU, which is supposed to be a rugby team for women. This is what they have to say.
My name's Kat.
When trans rugby players are being opposed to joining the league. This is what this.
And I'm coming to you today as the manager of York RI Women's Division to talk about the vote that's been taken by the RFU to exclude trans women from women's rugby. I'll keep it simple today. There's nothing that I can say that hasn't already been beautifully articulated by other players.
Then don't say it.
From across the country. I particularly recommend the statement that's been put out by Sasha at the Bristol Bisons, who's talked with such nuance and understanding as an experienced player of our sport. What I would say is that
trans women can play with us because they're women.
York RI women are strongly opposed to the idea of trans women being excluded from our sport. Rugby's long been
Bro, you would get crushed, bro, crushed.
A home for women of all shapes, sizes and backgrounds, and we think that this vote is in opposition to that. We implore the RFU to vote for the inclusion of
blah blah blah. All right, here we have your masks, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody that just like enjoyed the last 2 years. This is where your safety and security have gone. So rest assured your pollution is taken care of. Don't worry about your mask. And then we also, of course, we love the UK, right? Because they clearly have freedom of speech over there. So check this out. So somebody gets called in 2020. The cops get called on this dude because his social media commentary was equating to making people feel anxiety, and based off of that, they're arresting people in the UK.
No, the Hampshire police would realise how ridiculous this is. It is. Look, I'm happy to come to this.
What did it need to come to?
Tell us why you escalated it to this level, because I don't understand. I posted something that he posted. You come to arrest me. You don't arrest him. Why is
arresting people for social media posts, bro?
He shared.
Arresting people for social media posts.
Cause obviously anxiety based upon your social media post.
That's not his.
Why you've been arrested.
Being arrested
cause obviously anxiety
for this.
Based upon your.
You're being arrested for causing anxiety to people. This is the bullshit of the world right now.
Someone has been caused obviously anxiety based upon your social media post.
That's not his.
Why you've been.
So that's why you're being arrested. There you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the UK for you. So if you live out in London, you know, people talk about London and talk about London being amazing. I've been to London multiple times, guys, and I don't know. There's a lot to be desired. There's other better places to live in the world. Look at that place, bro. Looks like fucking Sweeney Todd all over again. With those that cloudy weather. It's no, not for me, ladies and gentlemen. But we understand the name of the game, right? We understand that the brainwash is real. So we're here to get a different perspective regarding the world. So know which side you kind of stand on. Doesn't have to be a white blonde dude, by the way, but the concept still stands. Which side are you on? It's pretty obvious where we currently stand. And then finally, the last one I wanted to show you guys. Oh, this one right here. So right now, this is what's happening. Can I show this? This is a trans dude doing a little catwalk thing at a drag show with a small child. Would this be a naked dude? It would be in prison, right? It'd be ridiculous. But of course, now that we have massive levels of degeneracy, this is completely allowed and considered normal, which makes absolutely zero sense. So anyways, there we go. That's what we got going on. Just so you guys know, they voted against certain gun rules this week as well, so you lost more gun rights. And now they're talking about monkeypox not being gay when we know they're kind of gay. So that's the news on Twitter today, ladies and gentlemen. There you have the bullshit. That's what we're kind of up to. The first video I want to watch with you guys. Let me see if I can find it here. Is a video that I found that was sent to me regarding these kids from Sudan. And these kids from Sudan, in essence, they go to the US and then they have a certain experience. So this is a cultural shock of Sudanese kids in America. Let's see here. Let me get this recalibrated. There we go. This is the experience of Sudanese kids in America. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty crazy that those are the Sudanese kids in a crazy situation. Now, the next video I want to talk about is in China. There's been a massive epidemic with regards to the school system, right? Because it's highly competitive. You know how Asian people take education super, super seriously. And now it's getting to the point where it's really affecting like society. And in China, they have entry exams for university, right? And these entry exams that they have for university, the preparation for it is pretty fierce, right? Because you're competing for the top position among hundreds of millions of kids, right? And to a lot of kids, especially in these countries, it's a rite of passage, right? You getting a degree, it's a rite of passage to a stable life, to maintain your middle class status. So that's kind of very ingrained in society. However, when abused, can result in something super terrible. So here we have the stream. I don't know if I'll get banned. It is a video from Vice, so I don't know if it's copywritten or whatever, but we're gonna skip around, play it, see how long we stay on stream.
Wake up before sunrise, sleep after midnight.
Bro, look at this, bro. This is the school system, bro. This is the education that we talk about so highly. This is the crazy shit.
It's a typical day for students who are prepping for China's most competitive exam, the National College Entrance Examination.
Look at this, bro. Look at this and tell me that this is normal. That this is normal in any way, shape, or form. Bro, imagine your kid weeping. They finally got done the heavy load of homework that you gave them that they had to memorize. Right? This is happening in China. Well, it was happening in China in real time at a higher scale, but now they actually banned a lot of private tutoring, right? So after school, any activities, right, that are part of like the school hour, right? You can't participate in those activities in a paid tutoring program after school, so that's been banned. But this is crazy, bro. This is the severity of the situation that we're in.
This obsession
Crazy, bro. Like kids literally sleeping and studying, sleeping and studying, sleeping and studying. Talk about robbing somebody's childhood.
with good academic performance is ingrained in parents and students of all ages, but it's taking its toll on many students' mental health.
辛苦了。
Crazy, bro. A little bit of that fluoride water, a little bit of that tap fluoride water to start the day off nice and right.
我叫戴舒淇，今年18岁，然后今年6月份高考。我觉得我压力最大的时候应该是初3的时候，然后那一年我被送到了一个补习学校，然后那个补习学校老师都特别凶，然后是属于那种会体罚学生的那种，会有学生布置很多作业。然后那段时间就是在我印象中比较昏暗吧。
A very dark period in my life, bro. Studying fucking books, getting indoctrinated. Being at the top of the food chain. This is
早上6点起床，晚上。
Bro, this is the life of a 16-year-old. Look at that. I woke up at 6 in the morning and went back to the dormitory around 11 p.m. Crazy, bro.
11点多回宿舍，收拾收拾都12点多了。大家因为第二天要上课嘛，然后大家都很累，就是大家先睡觉，其中有一个人。
You have to remember that these are kids, bro. These are kids, right? So from 6 a.m. to midnight, these kids are just studying. Bam, 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 bam. Memorization, memorization, memorization. Indoctrination, programming, boom, 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 24/7.
开始写作业，然后写完之后就这样拍另外一个人，把另外一个人叫醒，把另外一个人叫醒写作业，然后写到3点多。
Studying till 3 in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Luke Belmar. Hit that like button. You guys are in for a crazy session today. I'm going to be sharing with you guys the school system that we live in, that we've kind of all grown up in, and that is affecting you from the moment that you're born. Subconsciously, it's affecting you, and you might not actually be aware of it. And what we're talking about now is the crazy, studious kind of ecosystem that China has put together, right? And even though they're getting a little bit more flexible over the last couple years, it's still pretty fucking ruthless for these kids. So we're dissecting this video in real time. If you haven't liked already, make sure you like. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sunday, all right? Sunday, July 31st. Happy end of the month, guys. We're at a half-year mark, so let's start the second quarter with an absolute dub.
家长肯定都是希望孩子能上一个好高中、好大学。
Look at this, bro. You know, kids are insecure when they start playing with their fingers. They can't look at people in the eye.
这样才不会落后于其他人。如果就这样，就是因为这种情况，所以落在孩子身上的压力。
Heavy burdens, bro. Kids from the age of fucking 5, bro. Crazy. Crazy. What do you guys think so far, huh?
In July 2021, the Chinese Communist Party announced its new double reduction policy. The new
double reduction policy. New double reduction policy.
regulations aim to reduce pressure on parents and children by stopping
Look at this shit, bro. This shit's crazy, bro. No wonder they're just
excessive
beating
homework
us in
and
every
banning
area of
certain
society.
types of off-campus
Their kids are just
tutoring.
fucking machines, bro. Look
China
at this
has
shit. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this craziness. They're gonna be the biggest global power, or at least, bro, they're gonna be fighting for it. Look at these kids, bro. They're fucking drones. They're machines of the system.
China has issued regulations for off-campus tutoring services, banning private firms.
是教育行业应该是有
This is a tutor.
快3年的样子。
private tutoring sector. The sudden policy change has led to a tutoring black market, which could benefit wealthy families and price
Crazy,
out
bro.
poorer families.
So now that they banned basically private tutoring, now there's like a black market for private tutoring. So people are selling, the super rich people are still tutoring their kids. and then those kids are getting better educations, and the ones that could usually afford it publicly can no longer afford it. So now broke kids basically don't get tutoring, and they not only get abused with their hours, right? On top of that, they are outbeat in the system. It's already crazy.
在经济实力允许的情况下，会把老师请到家里。
我们的高考力量六周。
It's like a crazy like pre-military mindset. Look at him, bro. It's like it's if it's not war, it's education or some sort. It's kind of crazy, but it's all done in a herd mentality, right? It's all done together. It's pretty crazy.
In China, good academic scores lead to social mobility and the promise of a better life.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying, right? It was exactly what I was saying. So in China and a lot of Asian countries, your way out of the ladder is in a corporate structure, right? And you need that formal education. And that's usually your rite of passage, right? Oh, my son went to this, or my daughter went to this and this and this, right? And they regard it a lot in a more prestigious way than we do, at least nowadays. But this shit's crazy, bro.
Especially for those from poor rural communities. But for parents like Dai Shuqi's, private tutoring is used as a way to ensure that a family's middle-class status will endure to the next generation.
Yeah, so these kids are basically born already with the social pressures of performing in a certain way with certain tasks, and they're already like beaten to submission by the moment they're born. They're just carrying out somebody else's dreams, their parents or whatever.
初三的时候，因为化学不好，有参加过学校组织的那种课后辅导一节课，让家长最起码也。
There were an estimated 3 million education companies in China at the end of 2020.
3 million education
The sudden
companies
overhaul
all
sent
shut
tutoring
down.
companies into freefall.
That's
Tens
crazy.
of thousands of people lost their jobs
Look at this though, bro. Isn't this fucking nuts, dude?
in the education sector overnight.
Damn, bro.
但是把这个杯子罩在里头之后，发现过上一段时间呀，我现在周末的话可能会。
So when somebody gives you bullshit about the Matrix, imagine you could have been born right here. Like all you get to do is study 18 hours a day, and then you work a corporate job. Like your brainwashed from the moment you're born. So I don't want to hear this bullshit that the Matrix isn't real. It's like it's literally right in front of our fucking faces, bro.
After the new regulations, tutoring companies were forced to either stop their primary and secondary school tutoring classes or pivot to new business models, such as consulting services, off-campus care, and non-core subjects like art.
大的这些辅导机构，那比如说我们比较大的层面上改变自己的这样一个，我觉得
上学，要不然走你。
is attracting millennial parents.
Let's see what else is
压
important
力
here.
大学自信，
Do we see anything else?
就是说从很小的时
You
候
guys get the
就
point.
跟着我到
This is
可能
this
去
is the
跳个
bullshit
舞
we're
啊，
dealing with
去上
at a global scale. Is there anything else
会有
meaningful here?
你的分数去给你分配学应试性去。
There you go. The girl ended up being an emo. The girl ended up being an emo, emotional girl. That's the moral of the story here. She ended up being an emo girl because she was slaved away by the Chinese school system. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have children here, okay, just be very careful about submitting them to the state. Imagine, bro, imagine how many people have surrendered their children to the education of another individual, right? So in a lot of these countries, for example, in China, you get 1 day off and then the other 6 days you're actually in school. So the school system and the teachers are actually raising and indoctrinating their beliefs and their worldview upon your children and spending more time with your kids than with you. And if you're out here nurturing children, well, you're going to mold them, right? So if it's the state and the government, the one that's dictating and nurturing your children, then they are just going to be products of the system. They're not going to be products of you. How are you supposed to build a good family dynamic by only seeing your family one day a week? And the day that you see them, it's absolute bullshit. So think about it. It's pretty crazy, bro. It's pretty crazy. So there we have the bullshit that's happening in China, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can tell, it is ridiculous. It is not only ridiculous, right? It is not only ridiculous, but it's sad. And the reason it's sad is because people try to be like, oh, well, this is just an anomaly. No, this is happening to billions of people, right, across the world in many perspectives. So when we talk about this idea of self-education, people mock it, right? People mock this idea of self-education because they assume that self-education is going to bear them the same results of the educational system. And it's not, right? And the reason it's not is because self-education requires intentionality about what you want to learn, right? So you self-educate yourself. You can now pick any topic in the world and study it and become highly proficient in it, right? You have no excuse whatsoever to not pick up any skill that you want or any topic that you want and become highly proficient in that topic. You can do it in months, right? If you dedicate yourself to that craft. Now you have that possibility. For the longest time in society, that opportunity wasn't available to everybody. But now you have that. So the question is, what are you doing with it? So that is the name of the game. So I have some Steven Crowder videos, actually too long. They're actually way too long. And then I have another video from Rockefeller, but I haven't been able to verify the source of it, so I'm not going to show it until I verify its sources and stuff like that. So I don't have I'm not going to be showing that one. But ladies and gentlemen, what did you guys think about last night? What did you guys think about last night? What were your thoughts regarding last night? Let me know in the comment section once we refresh. That was the live stream on Sneeko's channel. So Sneeko texts me and he's like, yeah, you want to hop on live? I was like, yeah. I didn't have any context about conversation or any context about anything. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go and run that back. Shout out to everybody. We're at 10K, 10K in a week. It's pretty cool. Shout out to everybody that subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe already. But the principle right here is the following, right? You have to be the educated are truly free. I'm keeping this live stream short today, just because I want to, right? I want to. I've been actually studying a new book and stuff like that, so I'm actually going to go focus on that. But the point today is very straightforward. Is education is your key to freedom, right? And any topic that you want to pick, and I have a list of books, and I'm going to pin it again in this comment section, is the list of books that I used in order to get rich, right? It's the 11 books that I attribute my financial freedom to. So if those books are of interest to you, you'll see them on the link in the bio. I wrote a Medium article on it. It's just a list of the books. You can pick those up, invest $100 or $150 into those books, whatever it costs, and they'll serve you very well. So it's a pretty good thought out list. I'll make sure that you guys utilize it. But yeah, some people, let's see what some of the comments are saying about last night. Waste of your time last night. I mean, I did feel like I didn't get a great opportunity to have a conversation. It very much felt kind of like I was being preached to, which is totally fine. I would have just come into the conversation and just not even had a conversation at all. We were in kind of a listening mode the whole time. But there is definitely some great points in there. And there was one point that I made, which is what we attribute value to, right? Because they were talking about the Balenciaga shirt and mentioning that I value the Balenciaga shirt. Well, I would only value the Balenciaga shirt if I valued the money that it took me to get it, right? And since the money that it took me to get it is just kind of whatever, then I don't really value the shirt. So the value doesn't have a shirt. The shirt has no value to me. It has a price, but it's really not really meaningful. It's interesting that people start attacking the things that you have for some reason. I don't understand. Somehow they attribute that to your character. Who knows, bro? Honestly. But anyways, if you guys didn't watch it, there's definitely some interesting points. But the point today is self-education is highly important, and you need to take responsibility for it, because nobody's going to get educated unless you get educated yourself. So read those 11 books. A lot of people ask me which books are valuable. I'm actually going to find them here, and I'm going to post this in the chat section. Make sure that you guys. I'll just post it when I refresh this. Make sure that you guys come back and hit the refresh button and like it. So Yeah, when you guys go into either arguments and stuff regarding like existential topics, topics that people have been exploring this answer to for what? Since the dawn of man, right? And clearly nobody's found the single right answer, or at least everybody agrees on it. So, sometimes these conversations are trivial and somewhat not useless, but they're just a loop and a repeat of themselves. So next time I'll be a little bit more appreciative of you guys' time and cut the stream a little bit earlier, but I appreciate Sneeko having me on. Nonetheless, it was a good time. But guys, make sure that you focus on your self-education. Pick a book for next week, and just like commit to reading it. Commit to reading 20 pages of the book. Anybody can do that. I don't care what state you're in. I don't care if you have ADHD, whatever. Anybody can pick up 20, 30 pages of a book and get better, right? So I commend you if you do that. And that's about it. So today's stream, quite short, 30 minutes. Showed you guys a little bit about China. Showed you guys a little bit about the school system. What Sudanese people actually think about America, and how our culture is a little bit divided and oppressed, and how other people think, whether they're with or without the internet. They all come back to the same fundamental principles, right? Which is we lack empathy, we lack the ability to connect, we lack the ability to be kind to our neighbors. We're highly disconnected in our own little circle, right? And those things are quite apparent. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate you.